we'll go over some stuff today. So here we are, we're both live on Facebook on my left and YouTube here on my right. I got a little more lighting tonight, and I adjusted some of the settings, so hopefully this is a little clearer for you. Please let me know if it is, or if not, and we'll try to make a change for tomorrow, if I go live tomorrow too. So here we are. Hey Jeff, I'm going to try to go over some stuff here. Deputy Allen, how we doing? Good evening, everybody. Some big stuff has taken place over the last 24 hours in addition to what we went over last night here in Massachusetts. This is federal. Some bad stuff, guys and gals, bad stuff, and it's coming from the Republican side as well. So no longer are they just, you know, the left-wing liberals, the ultimate leftists pushing for gun control. We have, and I just checked this bill that we're about to talk about, it was 10 Republicans that have logged on to this, but now it's 12, so the numbers are growing. This is H.R. 3999. H.R. 3999, this act, this bill, currently has 25 co-sponsors, and it, first off, right away, YouTube is saying very bad connection. I have a fantastic connection in this house. Everybody on YouTube, let me know if you're seeing this okay, because they did this to me last night. I'm not saying they do this on purpose, but I'm going to talk about some gun control, and the connection just started to drop. If you can see this good, let me know on YouTube, please. Badass? Badass, what was that? Okay, yes, thank you. Bass Daddy 2014, thank you. I did send you a message. Apparently you didn't get it. I apologize. I did try to reach out to everybody who donated to the channel. I got 4 kids. It's not an excuse, and I work a full-time job, so I apologize if I'm slow getting back to everybody. I am grateful for everybody's support. Thank you. You guys can see me fine. Thank you very much. All right. Facebook, your side, thumbs up, please, if everything's coming good, coming through good, because what I'm going to go over, I think everybody needs to know, and if we don't act, this is going to be 1994 all over again. So let's see. All right. It's buffered twice. Okay, so here we go. H.R. 3999, 3999. This was submitted by a Republican from Florida. His name's Carlos Curbelo, C-U-R-B-E-L-O, Republican out of Florida, and also co-sponsored by Seth Moulton, who is a Democrat here in Massachusetts. He's a POS as far as guns go. And we'll give you the name of every single Republican who has signed on as a co-sponsor of this bill. And what this bill looks to do is very, very dangerous. It's piggybacking on the bump stock bans that are going on state level, except this does not mention the term bump stock or slide stock. It simply says any device or any part of a device that will increase the rate of fire on a semi-automatic. And we'll talk about why that is dangerous. David, how you doing? John Santora, Democrats suck. Yes. This is bad. This is not just Democrats. This is Republicans too. And I'm going to give you the names of them. And you need to reach out and touch someone on these. So I'm going to read you the text. Actually, I got it right here. It's so bad I printed it out, the bill, because I can go off on a tangent on this. So this is what the bill is looking to do. It's going to look to amend Title 18 of the U.S. Code to prohibit the manufacture, possession, or transfer any part or combination of parts that is designed and functions to increase the rate of fire of a semi-automatic rifle but does not convert the semi-automatic rifle to a machine gun and for other purposes. Why is that dangerous? Because it's any part. So there go the echo triggers. There go slide stocks and bump stocks, obviously. There go possibly lighter triggers, competition triggers. And when people are saying, will it ban my finger? We'll get to that. Because this could be very bad. So this is looking to be very vague and allow the ATF the ability to regulate. It's only 3 pages long. Read it. I'll have a link once this is done and goes and done going live and processes and goes into my videos on both channels. I'll update the description with a link to the bill, as well as a link to reach out to your federal legislators. So how bad is this? Okay, anything that could cause the rate of a semi-automatic to increase. Well, first off, what is the predefined rate of a semi-automatic rifle? We don't have one, right? Well, stand by, because this might be the end of the Second Amendment as we know it if we do nothing, if we stand by. Sorry for not reading the comments and questions at the moment, guys and gals. I want to get this out first. So it mentions the rate of fire, but it doesn't specifically say what the rate of fire should be, which is a bad thing. So are they going to start regulating the length of trigger pull? How many millimeters it has to be? What the trigger weight must be? Like here in Massachusetts, we have a 10.5 pound trigger that has to be on the weapon in order to be Massachusetts compliant, among other stupid things. But what about reset? So now do we have to have a minimum trigger reset travel? These are all things that could very easily be put in if this bill goes through, and it's got a full head of steam already less than 24 hours after being submitted. What else does it look to do? Anything that can increase the rate. So we talked about the finger. Yeah, your finger could increase the rate of fire of a self-loading semi-automatic weapon. And not just your AKs and ARs, hunting rifles, rifled slugs. They're good, you know, there are a lot of things that this could attack. And this is not good at all. I can't tell you how bad this could be. Think of it like right now the ATF under the sporting purposes clause, they regulate everything. You know, in trusts. A couple of years ago, the Obama administration got rid of trusts. You know, you could order short-barreled rifles if you had a trust set up, and it wasn't a law. It didn't go to Congress to stop that. It wasn't a presidential declaration. It wasn't even an executive order. It was Obama saying, "Hey, ATF, change it," and it was done because it fell underneath the sporting purposes clause, which this bill's going to fall under, guys and gals. So the ATF on a whim could just change semi-automatics and the ownership as we know it. Very, very bad. So you need to get on the horn. You need to reach out and talk to your representatives, your senators. Yes, some of them are anti-gun. I know that. You know that. I have Elizabeth Warren, and I have the non-resident Markey who doesn't even live in the state. But I still call them all the time. I have my own file of Dear John letters from them. That's always says, you know, Dear Jared, thank you for reaching out. Just like you, I care about all of our rights, but, and you know what they say about but, everything before the word but, you just throw that out because everything else is bullshit. So I'll have a link in the description of these videos on both channels as soon as everything's done processing, along with a link to this bill. So you can just click on that, fill out your address, and it'll tell you who your legislator is and how to get a hold of them. So here are the list of Republicans, the ones who were on our side for the last few elections. You know, we're going to champion the Second Amendment, and the 8-year attack is over because we're all going to get in there and change things. These are the people who are selling us out right now. I'm going to click on co-sponsors, and the link I'll give you guys has all this information there. There's a couple tabs you can see, summary, text, the actions on it so far, the working title, any amendments, co-sponsors, what committee it's assigned to as well. Streaming sucks. It will be a post. It'll be up on my channel later on both channels. How is it bad for everybody? Because it does say poor connection. But they did this to me last night too, as soon as I said the word gun control. Okay, good. All right. So we'll continue. Thank you for your patience. So these are the Republicans, the ones who are on our side, who are for the Second Amendment and for the Constitution. These are the ones selling us out right now, federally. Peter King, Republican, New York. Leonard Lance, Republican, New Jersey. Patrick Meehan, M-E-E-H-A-N, Republican, Pennsylvania. Edward Royce, Republican, California. Christopher Smith, Republican, New Jersey. Eric Paulson, Republican, Minnesota. Ryan Costello, Republican, Pennsylvania. Ileana Ross Leighton, Republican, Florida. Charles Dent, Republican, Pennsylvania. Elise Stefanik, Republican, New York. Ed Perlmutter, I'm sorry, he's a Democrat, so it's the one under him. Dennis Ross, Republican, Florida. And Fred Upton, Republican, Michigan. These are the elected officials who stood on our backs saying how much they love the guns, how much they love the Second Amendment, how much they loved sporting, hunting, until they got in, and now they're showing the true colors. Yeah, I'm not surprised by the locations of these people as well, but there's I don't even want to, you know what I'm getting at, all right? So they need to be called out, phone calls, emails, letters. If you live in that state, go get some hours, their office hours, go see them. Let them know what you think. If we don't act, guys and gals, if you think that we'll let Jared do it, we'll let Mac do it, we'll let Such do it, we'll let Yankee Marshall or James Yeager, we'll let all these people on YouTube who seem to be caring about our rights, we'll let them do it, 1994 is going to happen again. And if you're not old enough to know what I'm talking about, 1994 was the assault weapon ban under Bill Clinton, and it was orchestrated by Dianne Feinstein, senator out of California, and she's gone on record numerous times saying if she could have gotten 51 votes to go nuclear in the Senate to take away all the guns and have everybody go door to door collecting them, she would have done it. She's also said days ago, when asked by multiple media outlets, what laws would you have passed that could have prevented this? Numerous times she said no law could have stopped Vegas. So they know, I mean, we all know that there's no law that can stop some crazy person who has a mental health issue, who just flips. But we're all going to pay for it. Our freedoms are going to pay because of emotion. And that's what they're clinging on, is emotion. They're going to play off your emotion. They're going to play off your neighbor's emotion because people got shot and hurt. And yes, it's a bad thing, but we do not give up civil rights because someone's upset. We don't. That's not how this country was formed. This is not how this country's going to go. That's crazy. So that's HR 3999. Link is going to be in the description once this is done processing. If you're familiar with how to look up bills and stuff, go to congress.gov and you can just punch in HR 3999 if you want to see it right now. It'll come up. And then I'll also have a link for how you can find out who your representatives are and reach out and chat with them. Excuse me. And like my friend Dave Cortez says here, as a suggestion, tell them that if they don't wish to support our rights, you and all your friends will find someone to run against them, and you all will support that candidate. Well put. Well put. Speaking of that, I went through the roster of yesterday's 151-3 decimation of the Second Amendment here in Massachusetts for the bump stock ban, and I saw some names on there who have an R next to them, who've been to ranges at the same time I have, who voted to ban bump stocks. And you're probably watching this, and if not right at the moment, I know you will. I'm not happy, and we're going to have a chat next time we see each other, because you need to explain yourself, because you're a Republican, you're pro-gun, and you're a hunter, and you voted to ban bump stocks. Just might have to run against you. So, that is taking place. Also, in an attempt to show us all, Rob Marks, thank you very much. John says he just wants a bayonet lug. Yeah, that's crazy. So call your reps, guys. Call your state call your federal U.S. senators and your representatives. We need to get on them. We just have to. In another attempt to show just how full of shit the government really is when it comes to this stuff. They're really against the Hearing Protection Act, okay? But Spokane, Washington just made an agreement with Gemtech. They're going to outfit all of the ARs in their police department with suppressors. So Washington is one of the big states that's against the Hearing Protection Act, but here we are, and great for the guys on the job, because they deserve everything they should get. We all, as well as civilians, deserve everything we're supposed to have. So they're going to outfit every AR in the police department with a suppressor. with the reasoning that they're going to curtail workers' comp claims for hearing loss. Okay, so Spokane, sorry, I'm from Boston area, and I park my car, so my bad. I didn't mean any disrespect for Spokane, sorry. But anyway, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So if Spokane is willing to arm their local police department, why would they vote against it for the civilians? Because our hearing is, I guess, not that important. So they're showing that it's important, is what I'm getting at. They're showing that it's important where they're going to outfit the first responders with it, but we're going to keep it away from the civilians. Yeah, so if you live in Spokane, maybe you want to make some phone calls on that as well. Putting the papers for my suppressor next week. As far as, like I said last night, as far as I know, well, I do know, the Hearing Protection Act, the SHARE Act, and all that is not dead yet. It did get pulled back by Paul Ryan prior to a vote, so it's not a no. It's kind of still committee level, which means it could be brought up again. M. Joe Man 1, thank you, man. I appreciate it. All the support you guys and gals give. I really am at a loss for words when I see people donate their hard-earned money to this channel, because that's not what I'm about. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I forgot where I was. Sorry. But yeah, we just can't be losing our rights, and we can't sit by idly and hope that other people are going to do it for us. I'm going to butcher this name. G. Joni, New York, NY. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. We cannot sit by and hope that other people will make these calls for us. We can't sit by and hope that somebody else will go to the rally at the State House because I'm too busy, or, I really don't want to take an hour off from work to save the Constitution, or, it's just so far. I mean, Boston it's like a 40-minute drive. Right? 40 minutes, I could be doing nothing. I mean, it's time, guys and gals. They're pushing the envelope. You got Republicans turning on us because they see the time is ripe. Like we said yesterday, the NRA gave them that window about the bump stocks, and now they're jumping in it. They're jumping in full bore, and it's not going to stop at bump stocks. Believe me when I tell you, I've been in government a long time as an employee in a police department. I see how it works. They're not going to stop there. You got to get on it. Boston. Yeah. 3%. Amen. All day. All day. All right. Infamous Bro, thank you. So, pay attention to that bill and jump on it. Jump on it. Last night was fun. It was easier than I thought going live. I would hope that you guys don't mind doing this. This is much easier for me because I don't have, like I said yesterday, I don't get to get behind these lights and this camera and record and then go edit for an hour or two and wait for YouTube to upload it, and then YouTube tell me right away, sorry, you're talking about stuff we don't want, so we're going to restrict your viewership. So, with that said, please share this with your friends and family, or anybody else who's hangs out at your local range or is a shooter. Let them know this stuff. Please share it. And just like I said, I called out YouTube. Now they're reducing my connection again. Just like that. It went from poor to very bad. But it's not doing that over here on Facebook, and they were worse than them. I don't know. Anyway, what about H.R. 38 bill? Good question. H.R. 38 is still alive. It is not dead. It was pulled for consideration by Paul Ryan, and again, it's still staying at the committee level. Now, going forward, will it stay in committee and die? Very, very possible. Or will it come back out? Now, in the last couple of days, the NRA has been making a call for H.R. 38 to come back out, and specifically saying, all right, if you want to ban bump stocks, what's a better time than now to make sure that every citizen can defend themselves? If you have these big scary things out there. So it's still alive. We'll see. We'll see. Stacy Smith, thank you. Did you catch what I told my reps and says? No, I'm sorry, I didn't. Do it again. Tell me again, because this thing is going by way too fast for me to see everything. I apologize. My screen is this big and it's going too quick. Sorry. David, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. So, if you guys have any questions, guys and gals, questions and concerns, K-Mac, what's going on, bro? I'd be more than happy to rifle some stuff off. I did bring my iPad in case you ask a question about a bill that I just don't remember the number on, like last night. So, believe it or not, all day long I work, my job. Rebel silencers. Thank you. Wow. Man, it's... Thank you. Shocked. Thank you so much. Man, I'm speechless. Thank you, guys. Your support, man, it brings me to... I'm never speechless. You guys watch my channel, I'm never speechless, so thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Very, very kind. JS Rocker, thank you very much. Thank you. So let's do some Q&A. I got some time. I'm drinking a Coke instead of a beer. Joel, thanks for sharing the information. It's my pleasure. This is my calling, is supporting our rights. That's why I did what I did in the military. That's why I did what I did as a police officer, and it doesn't stop because I don't wear I wear different clothes now. Brian Shields, HR 38 is for us. Law-abiding citizens. Criminals already have reciprocity. You're damn right. Criminals don't follow laws. That's why they're called criminals. But they vote Democrat, so that's why they matter. Do you think the 4th is something to take serious? Joshua De Leon. If you're referring to November 4th, yes, take it serious. Don't go looking for trouble. If it comes to fruition, avoid it. But make sure you go home at the end of the day, and make sure your family goes home safe. It could also be a front to try to make patriots look bad, because they've done that before. So keep that in mind. What is happening on the 4th, Anthony Wilson? Antifa, or Antifa, or ISIS, whatever they want to call themselves today. They have chosen November 4th as, quote-unquote, it begins. That is when they're going to take to the streets in the cities and cause demonstrations and riots, and they've already begun crowdfunding for weapons and stuff like that, with the intent on removing the Trump administration. Michael, thank you, man. Michael, thank you very much. Yeah, so they're looking to remove Trump and Pence from office. My money is on them being in office November 5th. We'll see. Rebel Silences, thank you for putting that out. I didn't even know. This is my second time going live. For those of you who have asked, Rebel Silencers is telling you that the donate button is on a PC and Mac browser just below the chat box. I didn't even know that. Thank you. Let's see. Let's go to the Facebook side. The single law-abiding citizen has committed any crime whatsoever since the signing of the Second Amendment in 1791. Yeah, they have. If you're trying to lure me into that BS, if you are, there are law-abiding citizens that do commit crimes, and that's why they're now criminals. Believe me, I've had the occasion to meet quite a few. Loki is saying, however you want to call them, Antifa, the people who hide behind the masks and live in mommy's basement. They are claiming they will shut down, it just disappeared, shut down transportation across the country until Trump, I guess, maybe resigns. Yeah, good luck. I don't think Donald Trump's going to quit the office because the bus is late. Rebel Silences on Facebook, you're getting some love. Amir Guy says he owns 4 and has another on the way, so this is good that we can meet like this. This is actually pretty cool. It's the second time going live. I like this. Let's see. Robert, don't worry about it, man. I'm not here peddling for money. I'm not asking for anything. I'm here to get the news that needs to be getting to us, to our like-minded people. Don't worry if you can't donate. It doesn't bother me. I'm here to help you, not to become rich. I'd love to be rich, but I'm not. EDC Saloon, thank you, man. They work for us. Let's tell them how we do it. 3%. Yeah, it's definitely working on dividing us right now. Us being we the people who have all the power. If we just could get our asses together as a group. Live is sweet. Massachusetts, we are fed up. Yeah, you know you're fed up in Massachusetts when you have people who've been fighting and spilling blood for the state telling everybody they're thinking about moving out. Let's see. Well, Brian, yes, law-abiding citizens do not commit crimes whatsoever. That's, yes, if you have a law-abiding citizen. But there have been people who have committed crimes that previous to that point were law-abiding. That's what I meant when I said what I did. Matt, you'd vote for me? Thank you. Been giving it a lot of thought lately. A lot of thought. Dave, if you're still there, brother, if you're still there, I need to know what you did. Let's see. Can Trump sign an executive order to counter this? Not really, because nothing's been done yet. So right now it's just lip service. Nothing's been done. But if an unconstitutional law is passed, absolutely he could do that. Will he do it? That's another question. I voted for Donald Trump because Hillary was not who I was going to vote for. I've done videos in the past during the election season and things that Trump said, and I told everybody that I would call him out if he didn't follow through. And he hasn't followed through on much of it yet. Yeah, we got Neil Gorsuch there. Sorry, I'm messing with my cleaning cloth. We got Neil Gorsuch on the bench, but we haven't gotten any cases to him to help us with. And I remember Donald Trump coming to the NRA saying what he said and how he was going to have our back, but if you believe what's being said right now, Wayne LaPierre is saying, hey, Trump's not even talking to me. So, we'll see. We'll see. Marty Walker, is there any hope for New Jersey concealed carry? Yes. Yes, there is. It's going to be a fight. Oops, I almost knocked over my light onto my head. That would have been ugly live. NJ2AS, check them out. Get behind them and see where they could use your help, because they do need the help. They're the only ones fighting for you in that state that I know of. I'm sure there's more, but I've actually spoken with them a few times. Slippery slope going on right now. I know this is a tough spot to be in, unfortunately. This would be a good one for Gorsuch. Yeah, so would have Peruta would have been a perfect case for Gorsuch to get his grip on. But we all know what happened with that. How does SCOTUS decide what they're going to hear? Okay, K-Mac, good question. Because it's changed. Up until, I don't remember the year, but they used to all get together and they'd say, all right, here's a case. It's Bob versus Massachusetts. And in this case, Bob wants a license to carry. Massachusetts is saying no. These are the merits. What do you guys think? What do you gals think? Should we hear it? Yay or nay? And they'd hear it if they had a majority. Now, actually up until Gorsuch took the bench, it's up and it's put in front of their clerks. They're so freaking lazy. Like, they work 3 months a year, and then they let their clerks decide if something has enough merit where they should hear it. And just because something is taken under consideration doesn't mean it's even going to get heard. So, I mean, it could sit there like Peruta v. California, sat in their conferences. Once a week it was put on the table, and it was, Christ, it was almost 2 months that it sat in that phase, and then they decided, nah, we don't, this would settle the Second Amendment. We don't want to do that. That's how it was decided. It was the clerks had more power than a clerk should ever have, because they're not judges. But when Neil Gorsuch took over, he personally reads every case that is brought before them to decide if he wants to hear it. But the rest of the justices don't do that. All right, let's go. I'm gonna buy an R1 and another silencer before this one. All right, let's see. Amir, so if it passes and he strikes it down, does it move to the Supreme Court? No. If an illegal law passes, even though it's illegal, it stays into effect until somebody sues, basically. and then, or if Trump or the president, whoever it is, makes an executive order striking that down, then it could stop. But just simply striking it down or calling it an unconstitutional law doesn't put it to the Supreme Court. It has to get there through appeals. So you sue at the federal level, then it goes to the U.S. Court of Appeals is where it's where the appeal goes to, and then if you lose there, you have the option of appealing to the Supreme Court. And just because you appeal it to them doesn't mean it's going to go there. It's got to get a certiorari, and then once it gets a writ of certiorari, then it can get heard. Let's see. Get your ammo now. Bill, yeah, you're right. Ammos and mags. I said last night I don't like to put the fear out, but they're coming after everything right now. There are states that are talking about 10-round magazine limits, just like like Massachusetts has, like some other slave states have. So that's on the table now too. Do what you have to do to get what you have to get. Is there hope for California concealed carry? I'm gonna be honest with you, not unless HR 38 goes through. And let me go back to that. John, thank you very much. Any word on the Ccw Reciprocity Bill? Yes, that's what I was just about to talk about. HR 38 still is live. It's not dead, but it was pulled off the table for consideration by Paul Ryan O'Ryan, and it's not dead. It's back to committee level. So if that passes, it'd be easier for you to get to be able to carry in California if you're a non-resident. There are places in California that still issue permits, but it's not your cities. It's not LA. Tony D, thank you. Thank you very much. California, it's not your... Tuck works in the house. Hey, bud. I'm not asking for anything. These are just people out of the kindness of their heart donating to the channel, my man. But what we're saying is there are the rural areas the sheriffs still issue. It's your urban areas where bigger chiefs are appointed by the demographics in that city. So if they're a Democratic area, they're going to put in a Democrat or a liberal as the number one, and they'll just do what they got to do to make sure they keep their job sometimes, unfortunately. Paul Rat Ryan? No, I said Rhino Ryan. I'll call him for what he is, but yeah, Rat too. Let's see. Hey Jared, I post on Facebook all the time for your support. Don't give it up. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm never going to give up. I ain't going nowhere. Mike Gunner, I was going to read what you wrote, but now it says retracted, so hopefully you'll say something again. I got a CW and comic form. Yeah, people in California do get permits. It just depends on where you live, unfortunately. Is Massachusetts going to grandfather the bump stocks? No. And neither is this bill that we started talking about. HR 3999. HR 3999 will not grandfather any of the stuff they're looking to yank from us. Mike P, thank you very much. Sorry about Chinese food. But man, don't sweat it. Believe me, I'm not here begging for anything. I'm just here because I enjoy putting the news out that no other media outlet likes to. Can Trump make an executive order for us to carry in the meantime? Yeah. But dangerous. Executive orders are dangerous, guys and gals. Yeah, it could give us... Wayne Piazza, thank you. $50. Thank you very much, man. I thank you very much. It's shocking the kindness of you guys and gals. Thank you. What was I saying? It just shocks me. Let me go back to it. Oh, Trump. Executive orders are dangerous because, yeah, maybe this one at this moment might benefit you or us or our cause or our belief or another group's belief. But it's just a stroke of a pen that got that for you, and it's a stroke of a pen that takes it away maybe in 3 years or whatever. Executive orders are very, very dangerous, especially when it comes to constitutional rights, because our constitutional rights are not supposed to be given away with ink and not supposed to be traded. You know, people have gone to war and died for these rights, and ink isn't going to switch that. I'm not giving up anything. especially over a freaking pen. Let's see. So how about instead of banning bump stocks, we just repeal the NFA? Yeah, we're all of us right here watching on Facebook and on YouTube are all in the same boat. The NFA is the biggest disgrace to the Second Amendment. It's the most unconstitutional thing that is still in place. It needs to go. Absolutely needs to go. Semper Firearm. Autocorrect killed it for you, but thank you, John. Do I have an email template to send your rep? Yeah, but I mean, I can put one on the description, but I'm not a big fan of templates because I've been in that situation where I got mail on certain things from people in where who I served, and you see the same thing written the same way by 25, 30 people, you don't even read it anymore. So it really is better just to put your own words there. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can be just like, hi, my name's Bill Bixby, and I live at 2012 Spokane, see, I said it on purpose, Spokane Road, New York, or whatever. I want to bring to your attention HR 3999. I see that you co-sponsored it, and you're a Republican, and it angers me that you're turning your back on the Second Amendment, or however you want to word it. Whatever your feelings are, put it on paper. Be respectful. Put it on paper. Don't go the the copy paste route, because it just doesn't. It won't get read. Maybe the first one or two will, but the rest won't. And change the title field if you do use that. Japan Station Marine. Hoorah. A lot of my friends were there years ago when I was still in the service. How's the weather? Turncoats, yeah, that's putting it light. That's putting it light. Illinois rep told me today, stand by, Mike Gunner. Illinois rep told me today that they want to ban 556, 223, and 762 by the end of the year. Wouldn't doubt it at all. Wouldn't doubt it. Good freaking luck. Robert, thank you. Thank you so much. Keep fighting the good fight. Man, slow down. Love the channel, watching from Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, I've been there. I love it. I used to work in New Orleans, and used to travel to Fort Worth, actually. Did it twice. Good stuff. Good place. Go Patriots. I know you named the traitorous Republicans. Are you going to post their phone numbers? Yeah, I could do that for you. I'm just going to take a little bit of research on my end, but I will put it there. Actually, to make it easier for you, if you wanted it, because I don't know how long this is going to take to process and upload, go to congress.gov, and then in the search field, put HR 3999, and it's going to come up to the bill we were talking about, and click on co-sponsors, and everybody who co-sponsored it, their name is there, and it says D or R next to them and the state they represent, and it's a hyperlink. Click on it, it brings up their information, and all their contact info is there. Their office address, their phone number, their email, it's all on there. So that's just a quicker way to do it. But I could do it if you needed it to. Keith, thank you, brother. I love seeing you on here, man. It's good to know. Is there a 556, 762 ban coming next? Everything's on the table right now, man. Until we put the fear of we the people back into the people who are supposed to serve us, everything's on the table. There's nothing specific that I've seen or heard. There's no rumors that I have heard. Someone who lives in Illinois said that their rep told them that today. So I would take that serious. There's always air guns or bows and arrows. Excuse the finger, guys. Sorry. Rebel Silences. Keep hitting up your reps for the HPA too as well. Yes, the Hearing Protection Act is not dead. Remember, it was absorbed into the SHARE Act, which had the votes to pass, and it was due to be voted on the day after Vegas. It had the votes. It was going to make it to the Senate, and from what I'm hearing, we would have had the 51 there too. John, thank you. I'm be a guest speaker at my school. I teach in Fitchburg. Something tells me that they wouldn't let me say much there. Ram Air GTO 72. Thank you very much. Go Army, beat the Marines. Rusty, Trump can veto, correct? Yes. If this passes both houses, it can get to him and can get vetoed. However, that's not the savior, because if they do have enough votes to overturn the veto, then it's law. So those are the dangerous game. Dangerous game. That's why it's on us. It's incumbent on us. We the people who own this country, the people who run this country, we have the power. It's incumbent on us to let these people who work for us know we're on to them. And we're going to vote their asses out. You got to do it. You have to. Have you taken a look at any candidates for AG in Massachusetts? To be honest, I looked at a couple. I haven't really researched anything. One of them did reach out to me on, I think it was LinkedIn or Facebook. So we'll see. I honestly have to do my homework to see who's running, who's going to go through with the process, and who's serious about it. But once I do figure out who the one for us is, I'm going to put it here. As far as I know, Mass AG said, unless you already had a new AR, not allowed. What are you referring to? Let me see. Amir, thank you, man. There's a lot of comments. So Massachusetts ARs, I'm not sure this is what you were asking, but if you're looking to get an AR in Massachusetts, it has to have been a pre-July 2016 version. You can still do it, but just like everything, supply and demand, you're going to be paying way too much money if you can get somebody who would want to give it up. And then good luck finding an FFL to do the transfer as well. It's kind of a big gray area, and there aren't a lot of people willing to risk their livelihood at the moment until when the trial takes place next spring. Fixed mag in an AR. Yeah, you can have a fixed mag, but you shouldn't settle for that. Never settle for tyranny. Fuck them. Hey, Gil, what's up, brother? How you feeling? Glad to see you. Let's see. Are there any shops making them in Massachusetts? Yes. And I got it written down downstairs. There's a shop on the eastern portion of the state, a gun shop that's selling the Massachusetts compliant ones, and I'm sure somebody on here can tell you. Gil, Hard Target, if you see his name, he might even be able to tell you who has those, because he's further east than I am. Email address for me, in the description of every single video is all my social media and contact info. jyanis1975@gmail.com. I don't think, let's see, 60515. So I don't think the new bill will become the law. Maybe derivative of it. Yeah, they're gonna shoot high and they'll take whatever they can get. That's why we need to jump on it now. Brian Shields, you're quite liberal for a non-liberal. Me? No, I'm not really liberal. I have a lot of common sense because I've been in a lot of fights that I know should have been done a different way. I've learned as I've gotten older. But I would say I'm about as far from liberal as you could possibly get. Is it legal to make your own AR-15 in Massachusetts? 80%, look it up. 80% lowers. Rich, Templeton. Yes, the shop is in Templeton. Thank you. The name of the shop slips my mind. I think it's Minuteman, yes. There you go. Clucky. Minuteman Armory in Templeton. You can get the Massachusetts compliant ARs there. Concealed carry reciprocity. Fred, still alive, but it was pulled from consideration, and it's still technically in committee, HR 38. It's not dead yet. But with everything that's going on right now, the Vegas shooting, they're banning bump stocks and slide stocks all over the country, state level. We have the federal bill right now already filed looking to ban not just bump stocks and slide fire stocks and all that stuff, but any device or part of a device that can increase the rate of fire of a semi-automatic, your echo triggers, your Hellfires, all that stuff, GOA is what they're looking to do with it. Gone on arrival. Absolutely love your channel. God bless you. Thank you. I actually love having you here. You guys and gals don't realize, without you watching my stuff, this doesn't happen, because it doesn't happen. Yeah, if you have a lower from before the ban, like Hard Target saying, you're good to go. You can still build it. If you have the lower, you can buy the uppers and stuff. You can buy parts kits still. Is mask done? Not if I'm still breathing. Sorry, get back to the Facebook side. I'm hugging the YouTube side because the screen's bigger. Sorry. PR veteran, thank you, brother. How you been? Let's see. You should run for president of NRA. Yeah. At one time I wasn't even thinking like board of directors type deal, but I'm honest. You know, I'm truthful. And I call them out. If you guys and gals watch these videos, I call them out when it needs to be called out. You know, I'm not a political hack. So, Walter, thank you. Without you guys and gals, I'm not here. So thank you for the support of the channel. I think the Antifa November 4th thing is a distraction from something bigger. Yes, I believe so as well. Hoover Dam or something else. We'll see. All I can tell you, for the sake of, I'm live, so like I usually say, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Words to live by. What's a pump AR? Rob, yes, they have pump action AR-15s now to try to get around the ban. It's just what it sounds like. It's a pump shotgun, but it's an AR. Yeah. They have them. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but... What did I carry today? So I just put it in this safe behind me. It's a little tiny ammo safe. I actually just put it up. Today was a SIG P320 day. I was carrying my grenade. Let's see. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. John, what did you carry today? That's the question. Yep, I had my SIG on. I was playing with the kids, being a good dad, keeping everybody safe. There's Antifa trying to hit the damn Eagle. I don't know, it's just something somebody said could be a distraction for a bigger target. What do I think of Paul Ryan? I think he let us all down, and I think that he should man up and step down. That's what I think, and that's putting it nicely. It's better than nothing if you don't have an AR-15, Rich. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Kimber. I've never had a Kimber. Not yet. That's one of the ones I will. John, Shield 40. Nice. You gonna get away from the 40 like everybody else? Go with the 9 or the 45. Shield 45 on this side from Ed. Nice. Steve, all public emails are bundled into a bill jacket. I'll just say, whoop, stay with me. Stay with me. Proof of Como's eyes. Good luck. It's a racket. Matt, SIG P320C. Same here. Another hand grenader. Carrying old make star 45 tall shot. Wow. Nice. Paul Ryan should step down. We're on the same page. Did Paul Ryan save the SHARE Act by postponing it? The Eagle. Yeah, I mean, there are two ways of looking at it, right? There's two sides to every coin. Did he save it? Possibly. Possibly did. But I think it's a timing thing. It's quite possible he could have saved it. I'm hoping. I'm hoping he's playing chess, but I'm not really sure. Glock 22 and 20 all day, every day. Nice. EA boy. Kimber Custom 2. Nice. Ruger LC9. almost bought one of those at Cabela's Saturday. It's not what you don't have, it's what you do have. 10-4. But be good at it. Footsteps like a Navy SEAL. Gil, you love those VP9s, huh? 1143. Yeah, I get a lot of crap on my channel because I'm perceived as a Glock guy. I served for 13.5 years in law enforcement, and my duty weapon for 12 of those 13.5 years was Glock. So I'm a Glock armorer, I was a Glock instructor. I happen to have several Glocks, but I do have other guns. I'm not just a Glock guy. It's what I prefer. Glock 21. Yes, I have one of those. I love them. MP40, Gen 5 lover. We'll see. We'll see. Glock 27, nice. What can we do now? What's the best way we can be the most powerful force today for what the Founding Fathers intended? Become unified. Become one voice. Make the calls to these clowns like I tell you so often in the videos. Get to know your representatives. Get involved in your local politics. Become a group with like-minded people, and don't expect someone else to do it for you. And believe me, there's strength in numbers. A beacon of hope for those still in mass. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. I'm holding on as long as I can. Smith & Wesson MP9. Mod 2, nice. Good gun. Unity, that's what it's all about. If we're divided, I mean, Christ, listen, if we're divided on YouTube and Facebook over this bill, what do you think we are statewide? What do you think we are regional? What do you think we are nationwide? They're trying to divide us for a reason, because we can be easily distracted and we can be easily defeated. How can I transfer a deceased firearms pistol from Pennsylvania to New York? Whew, I don't know. I'm not sure what the transfer laws for PA and NY. I would recommend you, if you live in PA, or regardless of whatever state you live in, I would recommend you call the licensing division or the firearms unit for your state police, because they're going to know. So you can buy AR-15s used before the ban last year and register illegal. Yes. Find one though. The only hope the left has is that we put down our arms. Remain united. Did you check out the new MMP 2.0 compact? Hoping it's next on the roster. Yeah, it's supposedly the Glock 19 killer again. Been a lot of Glock 19 killers, but nothing's killed it yet. But it's very, very close this time. The MMP 9 that came out, the last version, the compact, that was not the compact, but the MMP 9 subcompact. That was supposed to be the 19 killer, and it was a little bigger than the 19, so people stay with the 19, less rounds. This is supposed to be it. I haven't had a chance to put my hand on one. You know, Smith & Wesson. If you happen to get this, Smith & Wesson, your factory's right down the road in Springfield. I was a Smith & Wesson firearms instructor for 10 years. If I live in the state, maybe you want to throw one to the channel, even if it's just to use and test out, you know. Contact me in the description. Can I get a shout out to email me? If anyone in Arizona wants to fight for the second, Copperren, COPPERREN at yahoo.com, and other people should organize in their states. So if you are in Arizona, there's somebody who's willing to take the bull by the horns. Dr. Sean, be ready for the 4th. Exactly. Just trying to pick up my latest 80. Yeah, Justin, I did see a notification that it came through, but my phones are here, so I can't grab it right now, but I will check it. And thank you for being one of the, I think, if you're not the first patron, thank you for being the loudest patron supporter I have. So while on that subject, I'll just say it. Those of you who are interested in how you can support the channel, a couple people have asked. In the description of every one of the vehicles, in the description of every one of my videos, is my social media and how you can support the channel if you choose to make a donation. There's a PayPal link, and there's my spread shop store for t-shirts, for all the t-shirt. This isn't mine. Shout out to Massachusetts Gun Rights. Chris, thank you. But my t-shirt designs are on my Spreadshirt store if you wanted to buy one. And also Patreon. You can support the channel monthly on Patreon. And thanks, Justin, for getting me on that subject. If you are on my Patreon, I have a couple things that I'm going to give away on Patreon because you guys support this channel every single month. And I have a couple things that I have done reviews for, and some stuff that I had made up. So I will be giving those out on Patreon. I'll be doing a live stream there. I'm starting to like this live stream. I'll be doing it there soon to tell everybody what I got and how they can put in for it. Rebel silencers. Absolutely. If you could do me a favor, because you're on YouTube and all these comments on YouTube, once I go offline, they disappear and I can never see them again. Email me, please. janis1975@gmail.com. JYANIS1975@gmail.com. That would be awesome. Undercover feds try to buy a pallet load of tannerite in their town's gun store 3 days ago. Wow, really? Brian, if you have anything news-wise or that's been fact-checked, send that to me, please. Do you think national reciprocity will pass in the Senate? At the moment, maybe not, but I do think I think it can if we do what we need to do. Should we prepare to use the Second Amendment for its next intended step? Brian, you should always be prepared to use your rights to ensure you can protect yourself. Not just for what's next in the Second Amendment step, but for the trip downtown to get milk. You should always make sure you can come home and can protect yourself and your loved ones. Give Rebel the email again. My apologies. JYANIS. Juliet Yankee Alpha November India Sierra 1975 @gmail.com. Alright. So we're getting close to this was going to be another 5-10 minute thing. We're at 57 minutes. So let me stop bugging y'all and put you all back to your lives. So I'll do two more questions from each side, and then we'll call it a night. Thank you. I can't even believe there's this many people watching an hour into it. Thank you so much. So let's go to the Facebook side first. I was told by a worker in the store it has them all freaked out. Yeah, they should be freaked out. Bass Daddy, thank you, man. I see what you're doing. Thank you. It means a lot. Don't forget about the other 10 minutes. Yeah. Everybody, we're focused because we're a community, the gun culture, and we love the Second. But if the Second Amendment falls, they all fall. There's a reason why the ultra-left hates the Second Amendment, is because it's what's keeping the country the way it is. Jared, please tell those that sell ammo online that we can purchase ammo online here in Mass. Yeah, those of you who may know a distributor, we can still buy stuff here in Massachusetts. I understand you guys don't want to send it here because of Maura Healey, but don't turn your back on the Second Amendment lovers just because we're behind enemy lines. Don't give up on us, because we would never give up on you. 1776 all over again? It sure looks like it, doesn't it? Alright. Will the Yankees win? God, I hope not. I I was actually talking to a Yankee fan yesterday who thought for sure they were going to lose last night. I'll tell you what, though, you know, I got to give credit where credit is due. I hate them, but they showed more heart in last night's game than the Red Sox did all season long. All right. Freedom Munitions suddenly stopped shipping here in mass. Everybody's pulling the pin on us. How many cops on here who will refuse to enforce unconstitutional gun laws? I was one. Thank you for what you do, Steve. Thank you. All right, guys and gals, we're 60 minutes into it. Give me a good question on either side, and we'll pull the pin. Go Dodgers. Beer time. You got that right. Let's see. All right. So some of the same questions from earlier. HR 38 is not dead, guys and gals. Concealed carry reciprocity. I want to thank you all for joining me. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of your time. I know my time is valuable, and yours is valuable as well. So the fact that you spend it here with me means a lot. Thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great evening. Have a great weekend coming up, and then please check out some of my social media links. And I will have the link to this bill, as well as how to figure out your representative and who it is once this is done processing. So thank you, everybody. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and pass it to your friends. Let's get some more subscribers. Let's continue to grow, even though YouTube's doing what they can to snuff me out. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.